Okay, it's time to have a conversation, you and me. It's time to have a chat. It's time to share with you that I recognize I've been a little angry lately. Angry at archers because they're. I'm going to not blame the archers. Let's talk about a little bit of the issue I've been having with archers by contrasting this with my playing of the Franks. I like Franks, first faction I ever chose to play. I like cavalry because they're fast. That was about the only reason that I chose them. But as I was playing Franks, something happened in my brain that I felt, which is everything is kind of centered around food as the primary resource. Obviously, villagers require food. All right, I don't know why I'm showing you, but there it is. Villagers require 50 food. And when I get to Castle Age, I like to build additional town centers. And so therefore, we need a lot of food. Hey, if I want to try to build some cavalry, oh yeah, if I'm building cavalry, they actually cost a pretty good amount of food. They cost gold too, but again, they still, in particular, require food. And also, if I want to go from one age to the next age, I'm going to need a lot of food. And so this provided a really simple anchor for my thought process when I was doing not just Franks, but anything related to cavalry with any civ. I could think about things from that perspective. Hey, I have excess wood. I'll probably just turn that into farms. Done. I have excess wood, and I need to build a production structure. Okay, so I spend the wood on that, and then I spend the rest on farms. There's just this constant throughput to adding things to farms. And then when I get to the next age, terrific. I already have a bunch of farms to be able to make more town centers, to be able to do such things as make cavalry. But when I'm playing with archers, you don't want too many farms because you just don't have a way to spend that food. You need a lot of food to get to the next age. You need some food to be able to. You need a way to get some food to be able to make villagers and so on. And let me just adjust this setting here. Okay. But then I also feel like I need to have enough on wood to keep making archers. I also need to have enough on gold to keep making archers. So it suddenly feels like with Franks, I was just thinking about food as my primary thing and everything else was secondary. But with archer play, the thing that I can feel has been messing with my head is I'm having trouble mentally juggling 3 resources at once. And so I'm going to do an age-old technique that the StarCraft legend Pult said, which is the biggest thing you need to do is just play more games. Don't overthink it. Just play more games. Just play more games, play more games, play more games. My Age of Empires just crashed. All right, that's really good. That's really good. We just need to play more games. We just need to play more games. And Age of Empires like, no. No, Age of Empires was like, bro, you know it'd be funny. Bro, you know it'd be funny. Come on. Multiplayer. Ranked. Let's make sure we are in the Ethiopian camp. Love Ethiopian food. Love Ethiopian culture. Love, in theory, playing Ethiopians in Age of Empires 2, but not yet. And so I can keep expounding upon this. The thing that has been really messing with me is that I have a hard time just processing 3 resources at once. And so, if you watch my Frank games, I generally play like 50% faster because so much of the decision making has been made already before I entered the game that all the rest of my brain power is left just trying to execute. And when I play Ethiopians, I'm sitting there and I'm going, wait, what am I, huh? How do I, what? What do I do, That I feel like I just wind up playing slower. I wind up playing 33% slower because, as you know, 33% smaller from the smaller side means the bigger one is 50% larger. Yep, this is just some mathematics. That's right, I hurt your head. Hurt your mind. I'm ready. So, really what I'm going to try to do is just get more games under my belt. Because, I mean, I think it can't be overstated that I've not actually played that many Archer games. I've probably played 20 total. 20 total games. Fargo Nargo says it's true. The reciprocal of 3 halves is 2/3. I know, it's a better way to do it. We muted, or is it just your stream? This is a hilarious joke. All right. By the way, Sheriff gave me a little nice hole in the collar. Nice little collar hole. All right, are we ever going to get into this game? And, I mean, I think I just need to get a lot more games under the belt. You know, I could feel myself kind of going into the mode that I did when I was a kiddo. Practicing and playing and trying to go to tournaments and doing all that jazz. Where it's like, well, if I'm not succeeding, I need to try even harder. I need to push myself. I need to make myself suffer. And that's not true. Alright, I actually really like the placement of these trees. Alright, one boar. I'm gonna try to get more games under the belt. By the way, Corin, I don't know if you're still watching, Corwin, but how are you? How's your day, man? Let me give some. Maybe I'll even shove some of these in. Yeah, I think that it's wise for me to just not worry about it. I would tell you what's going on, but, I mean, you can just see what I said. Ooh, yeah. Oh, that's a big little glob. Alright. Okay, go. Watch him say, yes.
Start the game already!
Yo, you good if I resume? I don't want to pull a fast one. Dude, this is the one thing that's weird about gaming when you're streaming, is that my microphone's like right in between my two hands. Alright, I guess our opponent's gone. Swifty's dead. Swifty's gone forever. Hello? Owl? Ow. Yeah, I understand what's happening. Ups is Swifty's not as swift as one would assume. Ah, okay. Alright, there it is. No, you know, I'm gonna... I don't like... You know, whatever. I'm just gonna send this here. See, these are like small indecisions I have when I'm playing. This probably hurt me a lot. Alright, that was like way better than it normally is for me. Really good. For some reason I have a really hard time clicking on this and then clicking back when I need to queue up extra villagers. Go me! Alright. I'm really pleased with and proud of myself. Nagibsib summon. Alright, so what do I need to do now? I'm just gonna go try to find him. by sending that fucker around. So now we need to go here. Oh. Oh, sorry. I see what's happening. No problem, no problem. I found out that my mouse cursor wasn't locking to the game window. That's why it felt like it was slidey. And some of it had to have been from the mouse because the cat hair that was under there was substantial. Do you really need a few mins? Or are you teasing my constant pausing? No P either way. So let me think a little bit about how I want to do this. So I see that I can probably wall... Is there a way to make this always show up gray like this? Let's go to the settings and find out. Are these... let's go to F10. Tuesday Twitch says I can recommend some mods later. Yeah, mods that just like change the visuals on the minimap. Alright, I see some Eths for me, but now that I'm in the game. Oh, fuck yeah, dude. Alright, so let's make sure that I do this properly. So this is 18, 19, 20, loom. 4 on the berries. And then all the rest here, right? Holy shit, I actually did it. No, actually go there. Oh my god, I'm actually going to do this well? Am I going to do this well for once? What happened in my mind? Nagibsib. Oh my god. This is insane. I've never done anything well in my life. You know, I'm going to build one more. Alright. So I actually almost did a really good job on that. Almost did a really good job. Hey, Steady Goa, thanks for the gifted sub on our Chump It Up Day. So this is a mistake I think I do a lot, which is I wall off this side first. You actually just do it like this. There we go. That's a little better. So what do I want to do? So, first things first. Let's get these up. No. I do this. You go there. Alright, so there's the berries. The town center's here, because we see the worker moving across. So you need to wall the front side first. Oh, I fucking forgot. Oh, shit. Okay, well, today I learned. Today I learned that my gold is actually right fucking here. So you see how I couldn't actually get to things right away? So we need to get double bit. And I'm also just going to get this horse collar, like, generally first. I just want to make sure that I first get this. Best gamer that ever lived. I'm going to attack this because I want to make sure that I am... Oh, that's right. I need to reset this rally point. Okay. So, normally... 4, and then this is 6. Okay. Time to push these in. So this is where there is some... Delete, QQ. Is this making at least? Okay. Alright, okay, so that is a really good example of how my brain was a little bit too full. My brain was a little bit too full. So I was unable to do all that stuff at once. So F is the hotkey for this? So I actually do want some of these. My horse collar is done, so that's good. Yeah, that's a really good example of there was too much stuff in my brain at that time, so I was unable to actually think through everything. Okay. Oh, whoops. I did something wrong with my houses again. I think I might even have a little worker going around again. Alright. Don't know what this is, 3 or 2. Let's do 2. So, you know, that actually seems pretty good. Let's... Whoa! Dude, there's some little things going wrong with my hotkey setup. So you go here. Oops, daisies. Let me actually send all my guys there. So my production's been actually pretty bad. Oh, that's where my housing was going as well. 6 of these. So I'm gonna try to go for this number 9 again. I guess 10 now. So I can also see a different thing that's happening is that I haven't made a good decision about my hotkeys yet, and that's all right. My opponent's attacking something. I don't know what it is. And I'm not going to worry about it that much, because really, I'm just trying to make sure that I can advance to the castle edge. Okay. So I need to delete this. I think my opponent maybe just did go for fast castle. 17 minutes, I think, is not a fast castle, but I don't know my timing very well. Okay, so I actually really like how my economy looks right now. I'm actually really, really pleased with this. I'm gonna get this wheelbarrow thing. Am I? I'm not gonna get this shit. Just cancel all this and just get this. So let me go to this. I get this upgrade. And then I want to do this. You can see I'm like playing real slow, and that's alright. Because I'm trying to just think about what it is that's happening next in my stratagem. Alright, why not? So, we'll be able to... Oops, I can still make archers. That seems good. Now, where do I want to attack? This seems like a nice vulnerable location. So where do I want to build my next thing? I think I may as well just build here. Alright, I moved those guys way too early. Alright, my opponent's making knights. So we're going to re-rally to here. Alright, we're going to make some of these. That's fine. It's fine to do. So this is a location where I definitely want to build. One. Whoops. Oops, what the fuck? This is a big loss for us, but that is alright. I'm not playing very fast, because I want to make sure that I'm doing this correctly. Q6W, and so this is where we say, hey, we're actually okay to make a couple more of these. So let's rally these. Let's rally these right here. Still playing quite slowly. That's alright. This. So we'll need more of these. Alright, so I mean, I'm not controlling this well, but I'm already feeling so much better about this game. Definitely gonna need more of these. I don't know the hotkeys for this. So, what is the upgrade here? I made too many of these, that's alright. Alright. Whoa, I lost everything. I thought that wasn't going to hit. Alright, so I'm mistaken in the strength of these things. Okay. A lot of these fall. Alright, so a couple things going wrong, but still, I'm actually over the moon with how this game is going compared to my other games. Why do these things suck so hard against this? Oh, I thought that halberdiers were actually okay against this. I also realize that I don't have nearly enough for these guys. I think I'm just losing as a result of control issues. And I'm actually really okay with that, because, I mean, I just literally can't do both of these things at the same time. At least not for my feeble, tiny brain. See, I actually thought halberdiers would be pretty good against these. Oh, so this is gonna die. This is like literally an only... Oh, I see. He's mind controlling my guys. Alright, so... I'm just gonna say GG, because I have some questions. Okay, so bizarrely, I am incredibly happy with how that game went. I've lost like 150 points. I was actually incredibly happy with how that game went. Like, unbelievably happy, because my economy felt fine throughout the entire game. Now, there's a question mark I have, which is that I thought that halberdiers did a lot of damage to those siege weapons. And, like, because I thought it would go up and it would kill it in, like, 2 seconds. So I want to see something about the damage. That was pikeman. Deals 4 damage. Okay, I just thought that this literally did a different amount of damage. And I feel fine about that. I feel great about that. Because in my head, I just went, oh, awesome, easy, straightforward. I will build pikemen and I will counter everything. And I was wrong, which is fine. The thing, here's why I'm over the moon about that game. Because I was doing nothing but looking at my economy. Actually, I'll talk about the problems that I felt second. But the thing that I felt really good about was that I was looking at my economy the entire time. I felt in command with clarity as to what was happening with my resources. I did make a mistake where I thought I had put more on gold, but I hadn't. Great. Great, so that's like an error. But the error was with respect to something I was trying to do, as opposed to being overwhelmed by trying to manage 3 resources. And all I was doing, that entire game, was looking at my resources and thinking about my resources, and that felt amazing. That felt amazing to just very deliberately be setting up the resources in a certain way. And then I saw what my opponent was doing, and I was trying to constantly make units out of my 2 archery ranges and try to add on extra production structures. And I think I overbuilt production structures. I think I could only afford 4 total, maybe 3 total. But I still felt pretty good about that, economically speaking. Now, there's some things that went wrong. The first thing that I really felt like went very wrong was my hotkey setup. In the current game, I have my very first scout on control 1, which means that when my archers show up, my brain is tapping 1 to try to grab my horse instead of trying to grab my horse on... Or my brain keeps trying to hit 1 to grab my scout, but then I've rehotkeyed the arrow folks to 1, and that's messing with me. So I'm going to need to make a decision on that. So I feel good with 5 archery range, 6 barracks, 4 town hall. In StarCraft, I always had my scout on 3. So I'm going to try to... It's fine... In StarCraft 2, a unit can be in multiple hotkeys, so I could have my scout on 1 and 3. But I think I'm going to have it on 1 until I get archers, then I'm going to set it to 3. That's what I think I'm going to decide to do. Okay. I like 2. I like hitting 2, though. 2 is really fun. Um, so, another thing that I was really happy about is when the push came up. Um, oh. When the push came, I felt like I had enough of a grasp of what my economy does that I felt the ability to make a choice there. That's a really subtle thing, but that's a really good feeling thing. I felt like I had the ability to make a choice, which is fucking awesome. Jane Osh is one very minor quibble. You don't want to shoot all the deer or ostrich all at once to avoid food rotting. First of all, I thought that if a worker was mining the food, it wouldn't rot. I think that's right. Food always rots. I think that's AoE4. Could be. Yeah. So my answer to that is I will literally never give a shit about rotting until I'm at 2000 ELO, period. I don't give a shit. I mean, I will literally not care. You couldn't pay me $1 million to care about it before 2000 ELO. So my last question is, what is the... Against that push, I felt like I had 3 choices. I thought I made the best choice, because I literally thought that these things fucking owned versus... I think I was maybe melting some of the experience I've had with swordsmen versus them with this. But let me actually see this. So first, I have a question about pikemen versus those thingies. Where is it? There it is. Mangonel. And then with horses, knights deal 10. That's where that's coming from in my head. And these attack pretty quickly. I also had an issue with rallies there. And I think I actually need to be really careful about where and how I rally. Because that's a really easy way to go, oh, I only have 7 units. Wait, I had 15 units? Oh! Okay. All right. So, against that sort of push, I think that I should eliminate pikemen from my decision making, and I should say, well, either we're going to be making stables for scouts, because I think scouts get bonus. No, they're just fast, which is why they're going to be good. I do have to get this upgrade, though, so I'd probably just build knights, actually. So it's basically knights or mangonel. So I actually think that if I'm getting pressured with knights and mangonels, I should straight up go mangonel. I think that's right. I think that I should go for knights only... Let's see, when would I want to make knights? I wouldn't want to make knights if it was knights and mangonels for a number of reasons. One, they have knights, so they'll just kill their smaller number of knights with their, or my smaller number of knights with their larger number of knights. I think only if I see my opponent is trying to do something with archers / skirmishers and a mangonel, that's when I think it would be good. Burger Pot says, no, you want to make camels against knights. I mean, if I am against a mangonel push supported by knights. A mangonel push supported by knights.